So we got the low build primer sprayed on last night. It was the 4:1:1, so it's not quite a sealer, but only had a little bit, so it's really thin. But it laid down really smooth, real nice. So I'm just gonna scuff it up with the gray Scotch-Brite pad. It's supposed to be about 3M. Says about 600 to 1,000 grit. So when it's brand new, obviously 600 grit, and then as you keep using it and it gets used up, it'll get finer and finer. But we'll just do a light scuff on it. It's already nice and smooth, but we'll just scuff it up, give it that. So we have a mechanical adhesion for the sealer that we're gonna put on, because you either need chemical or a mechanical adhesion. So with chemical would be, like coat. If you lay down a coat, paint or sealer, primer or whatever, and then and then within the manufacturer's window, they tell you can put another coat on. That's it'll stick to it because it's a chemical adhesion. But if you wait too long, or you let it, you have to let it dry or things like that. Like with this, if you wait, more than a couple hours, then you need to let it dry for like 24 hours and then give it a mechanical adhesion, which is what the sandpaper does, or the Scotch-Brite pad. And so we'll just scuff it up and give it, like I said, just give it a light scuff just to get that like 600 grit, just for the mechanical adhesion. And again, if you don't really want to be touching it too much, but I'm a professional, so I can do it. No, I keep my clean my hands real good, and like I said, I still don't want to like be pressing on it or holding on it, especially if I was eating, greasy food or something like that. You definitely don't want to be touching it. But I'm gonna clean it after. I actually didn't clean it before because it's already clean, because I just painted it and just been sitting. So it didn't really need to be like clean before I sand it. But if it's not clean, then you definitely need to clean it before you start sanding, because then you're just going to be digging all those contaminants back into the paint. That'll cause problems later. So yeah, so let's do this and then give it a clean after, and then we'll roll in the sealer. All right. So I scuffed it all down with the gray Scotch-Brite pad. Got around, the little corners, like everywhere. You just got to get everywhere. You're not trying to sand it down. You're not trying to block it. All you're doing is just giving it that scratch, just so you can get that mechanical adhesion. So around the edges and real thin areas, be really careful. Just, you just barely, just give it a couple, swipes. You don't have to sit there and scrub it, because you're just going to break through and be back down to bare metal again and have to start over. But if you do break through like some edges and stuff, it's not a big deal. As long as it's like really small, then the sealer will still stick to it and cover it up. So yeah, so I did that. And then since it's been staying pretty clean for now on, all I use is just the ivory soap with bottled water. And so I'll use this to clean it with the soap, and that should get any of the oils from my hands off of it. I'll use that with new rags, and so clean it once with the water and the ivory soap, and then I'll use this one when I'm done with that. I use this to hold it and touch the blade, and then just regular bottled water with nothing in it, and another clean one, and clean it off with that, and then it should be ready for paint. And then now, like I said, I use this rag is pretty clean, and that gets all the basically fingerprints and the dust off of it. So now I'm gonna use another clean rag, a brand new one, and with just water, and then just rinse it off one more time, and then I'll make sure I don't touch the blade at all. And I usually use the rag that I just used with the ivory soap, and if I got to touch any areas or whatever, I'll just use this rag. So just rinse it down. What this does too with the water, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard that it kind of helps ground the whatever you're working on, and so you have less static, which will hold dust to it. And then it also, what I like seeing is if anywhere that you spray water and it puddles up or it starts like a little water droplet, then that means that paint's not going to stick there either. So you need to figure out what's going on. Either it's not clean or it's not sanded good enough. Basically, it's just kind of a good check to see, what's going on. Definitely before you paint it, so then you don't waste your time and money on paint that you're just gonna clear coat or whatever. You just have to sand down again. That always sucks, and that always definitely happens. So you want to try to minimize all that stuff. And this has been working for me for, I don't know, like 10, 15 years. This method, just using the ivory soap, like it works great. And it's pretty much dirt cheap because it's just a whole bottle, dish soap that you get. And you just put it with some bottled water and it's good.